You're in charge, my friend.
Hey, good morning, everybody. So we are doing a Moxie website. There's a lot of agents that have been asking regarding setting up their website. So one of the reasons I wanted to do the training today is whoever needs help customizing their websites, I'm hoping that you'll follow this video. That's why we're recording it. Pause it where you need it. I try to make the template as simple as I can. And have it set. So you have a custom page based on my template. And then hopefully weather giving, because we weren't supposed to get fog today. I drove to Fresno last week in the fog, and it was not fun and safe because you all those dead pockets. When I was driving, it was reasonable. Then you have dense fog where you can't see 5 feet. And if for some reason the fog lingers into Wednesday, I don't want to take the chance to have Mitch drive from Fresno down to me to Visalia and him and I driving and we run into some dead pockets or an accident. So I wanted to do this recording. If the weather's going to be perfect, we will be at the Stockdale location. So those of you that need help, what we'd like to do is, let's say you guys use this training and set up your websites. Then that day you says, let's say if it's Sophia or Sergio say, hey, I need to customize this. I'll go, okay, let me help you one-on-one customize it. Mitch can help you while I'm guiding him to customize it. But we're helping you tweak your site, not just set it up. So then each of you by that time will walk away and have it the way you actually want it or learn, hey, if I wanted to do this, how could I do it? But I'm spending one-on-one time. We are spending one-on-one time showing you that instead of like just be there to set up a website. Hopefully that makes sense. So we're going to get started. I have access to Rogel's website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to use his account. And of course, Mitch, you'll monitor the chat. Everybody
Sure.
is muted for the moment, just so we can get through this. So everybody should know by now how to get into your Moxie website. If you do not know how to do that, you would there's two ways to do it. Go to 21online.com, sign in, and then you're going to work your way over to Productivity Hub. Okay. The easiest way for me is if you are already signed in to 21 Online, I'm just going to let it load. Then the system knows that you're already signed in. See, I'm signed into my account. So instead of me going to Productivity to Moxie, all I do is open up a new tab and just type in mymoxie.century21.com. Just remember that. If not, on a browser, type in mymoxie.century21.com. If the system knows you're signed in, it'll automatically route you to your Moxie platform. If it knows that you've been logged out, it'll make you sign into 21 Online and route you right back here to your landing page. Simplest way to get in here. That's the easiest way instead of dealing with the menu. Okay, so hopefully everybody's good with that. Then in the top menu bar, this would be your profile. If there's any information in here that is incorrect, it has to be updated in a system we call Dash. Your picture, your bio, your social media accounts, phone number. If anything's off, shoot me an email. All of you have my contact information. Shoot me an email and I will update it in the Century 21 platform and in 24 hours it'll sync over. Okay? Simple as that too. Okay, so this is your landing page. What you would do is go click on this button that says My Website. When you click on that button, it'll land you here. And it'll say, Welcome to the Agent Admin tool. One thing I want you to remember, and I'm going to show you where that is, blog settings, analytic, because I undid a particular setting and I need to go back and add it back in. Not there, not there. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Privacy? Yeah, right here. Okay. So when most of you log in for the first time, you'll be here. It'll say search engine blocked because you haven't set up your website yet. Okay. So for Rogel, since we have his picture, this is what it would look like. The basic is under appearance. So we're going to go through all of this. If you go to home to appearance and say home page layout, The default will look like this, the standard. Some people are fine. Hey, as long as I have that, I have my website address, I'm good. Now, if you notice, before in the old days, it would say .sites.c21.homes. So if you notice now, things are changing because this one, the only reason it has this website address is because Rogel bought Rogel Welcome Home Site C21.homes. He bought that domain. That's what he wanted. Ideally, and I'm going to get a side note here because I know I don't want to confuse you because your domains will not look like. It would be like your name dot sites dot c21 dot homes would be the default. So when you set up your website, it'll ask you, what prefix do you want? Typically, most people just use their first and last name. So it'd be, let's say, Bob Patel dot sites dot c21 dot homes. He added a custom domain, and we can talk about that later. So your appearance currently looks like this. Some people are fine with that, like, hey, long as I can have a website address that I can send people to and they can search for homes, I'm good. Some of you may decide going into appearance to homepage layout and say, hey, I wanted to show agent focus. Well, you're going to hit publish. And then your website, if you refresh it, what it does is swaps the agent from the bottom to the top. And so now they're like, hey, if they land right here and they type in Bakersfield, that's all I want them to do and click and they can search. Now they're on my website searching for properties in Bakersfield. Of course, then they can narrow down price, bedroom, filter. Some agents are like, hey, I don't need to do any customization. I'm good. You can leave it at that and you're good to go. And then you don't even have to deal with the bottom if you don't want to. That is all up to you and what and how much you want to do. Now, the other section right here, it says fully customizable and custom. See, there's no option to select a page because we have to create one. So what I did is I went through my site and I have this layout. A little bit different than what you're used to. And I made sure that I made these featured properties big and bold. Even here, big and bold. And then down to here, this is all generic text. Okay, generic pictures. Of course, our awards are sitting right here. And then I got the Bakersfield address. So what I'm going to do is I saved this as a template. I'm going to show you how to take this website and make it look like this website if you want to. Okay, it's all up to you. It's really simple. So when I do the training, what I want you guys to do that's on the call right now is I am going to share this file and it's not restricted. Anybody with a link. And I'll put it when I upload this video back in to the Facebook group and to the YouTube channel. I'll add this template in there. But for now, for those of you that are on the call, that's the template. So download that to your computer. When it downloads, don't open it, don't do anything to it. That file will actually sit on your computer. Downloads. And it'll be like a little file, just like that. Okay, so we're going to get back here. And so that file that you downloaded, so what you want to do is you want to work your way back here. It says, okay, here we are. Well, don't worry about search engine block. Well, not yet. You're going to go down to tools, down on the bottom left-hand corner, and there's an option that says import. Trust me, if you follow this video, there's no way you can mess this thing up. So here, hit import, and it says, okay, you have all of these options. We want the bottom one that says WordPress importer. You're going to hit the button that says run importer. And it says, okay, what do we want to import? So we're going to find a file that you just downloaded, which should say bobpatel.wordpress.2026-01019 XML. You don't need to open it. You're just going to find that file that you downloaded. And then you're going to hit open. Okay. You're going to hit the blue button that says file upload and import. And he says, great. Okay, who do you want to assign it to? Well, you only have one option, which would be you. So you select yourself. And then right where it says import, download an attachment, check that box, hit submit, and wait. There you go. Part one done. Template uploaded. Okay? Bear with me, people. It's not that hard. Okay? Template uploaded. Really simple to do. Tools, import, show it where the file is, upload it, select yourself, etc. And you're back to here. Now what we need to do is you're going to go to new page. Right in the top left-hand corner, it says new, not post, not media, not map, not template, page. Okay, so new page, it says, okay, we're on all pages, and it says you're going to add a new page, custom. Leave it at custom, don't change it. All you're going to do is hit submit. Okay, hopefully you guys are good so far, because I don't see anything in the chat. Then you're going to call this page home. We're just going to give it a label so I can save the page, and then just hit enter. Or on the far right-hand side, there's a little blue button that says publish. Just hit that one. So what happens is you're just saving this page URL. Okay? We're not going to do anything in here. We're going to hit this tab next to text editor that says builder. Select that one. And then we're going to switch into building mode. Okay, welcome. Would you like first time builder? Would you like a tour? That is up to you. If you want a tour, I'm just good for training. I'm just going to hit no. So once we get there, it's going to come here. It says, what do you want to do? Now, when you build a website, one thing I love about the Moxie platform is you can get so customizable, but you have to know how you want your website laid out. Do you want a row and then below that two rows and below that maybe four columns to put four videos? You got to know how it's going to be laid out. Okay. But what we are going to do for today's training, and this information, this is what I'd like to do and Mitz would like to do if we get a chance to come down on Wednesday, is teach you how to further customize your website to do a lender page or a page about loans and etc. We can customize it, okay? So we are going to go to templates, and all you're going to do is hit the drop down and go to saved. Don't worry about all the rest. You guys can look around later. Because remember, we uploaded one. So you should, when you hit save template, you should have one that says Bakersfield template 01/19/2026. That's the template that you just uploaded. Okay, good so far? No questions
Yep.
in the chat. All you're going to do is select it and hang tight. So now it already dropped this. Now remember when we talked about when you have to know how you want your website laid out? See, you got rows. This is see, you can see two column row. There's two columns in there, but I adjusted it. This is a three column row. Okay, this is how it works. You got to figure out how do I want it. I did a two column so I can adjust things as I need it. Okay, we're not going to mess with anything in here. Down here, this contact me. If somebody clicks that on your website, it'll go to your contact page. Great, we're not touching that. What we are looking at is this information, agent's name, agent's license number, phone number, and email, because I already put the address for your office. So basically, you're going to click it and see it opens up as a word editor. Here we are. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I need to find, okay, Rogel Sanchez. I am going to go to my bio so I can find out. Okay, here's his information, his office number, here's his cell phone number. So it's Rogel Garcia Sanchez. I can hit the shift enter. If you hold the shift down, enter, it drops it into another line, just like in Word. If you were to hit enter, it creates it with a space because it assumes you're creating a paragraph. Realtor license number. And I need his license number is, there you are, that number. And back up. There you go. So we are in Century 21, Jordan Lincoln Company. Sometimes it goes out of whack. So I can go in front of the 4 backspace and then shift enter to draw it back the way it's supposed to be. Bakersfield, if I backspace, it drops it there. Hold the shift, hit enter, and it drops it space down. Now, if you notice, there's something looking funky right here. I don't know what that is, but we're going to figure that out. California. So here it is. Now, for some reason, if there's something funky going on in here, like it looks a little off to me, you can go to text and see what it does here. It does all this. So the reason I wanted to show you that is when you copy and paste, it's copying all the code from the other side that you may not want. Does that make sense? So if you want it to look clean, the best way to do it is, let's say this is Rogel. I'm going to copy all of this information. I'm going to go here. I'm going to remove all of this, and instead of visual, I'm going to go to text. If I go to text and paste, all it does is paste the text, no code, no hidden code, nothing. So in here, what I can do is I go, got his license, got it. I don't need his office number. He doesn't need his office number on there. Suite 150 Bakersfield. I could decide I want it on the next line, and it's Jordan Lincoln Company. And I can hit another space, and it's Century. Oh, wait, not there. Century 21. And get rid of this little space. And then I can go back to visual. See now? It came in. But of course, I need to change this address to the Solutions Realty address. So let me look that up real quick. And that is 1400 Easton Drive. So this is 1400 Drive, Suite 138 and 09. See, I fixed that. Got his license number in here. Add a little space here. Got his email address in here. Perfect. And if you notice here, that's exactly how it looks. I can decide that I want Rogel. Hit this little button. If you don't see a secondary menu, and it drops a second menu that sometimes gets hidden. And I can say, well, I want that font to be bigger. And so now I made Rogel and made his name stand out. And maybe I want to do the same thing with his phone number a little bit. Make it so that his direct phone number, there it is going to stand out just a little bit and maybe make it bold so it actually bolds out. It all depends on what you want to do. This is pretty much like Word. Whatever you're doing here, you can see on the left side if you move the screen over. So let's say this is how we just want it to look. Got his license number, got his email, got his phone number, address, everything. We just hit save. If that's all the changes I wanted to make, all I have to do is on the top right, hit done and publish. The changes are live on this page. We haven't made it its home page. See, there it is. So now what I need is his picture. So if I go back into his profile, this is his photo right here. So I am going to save this picture because I don't want to do it like that because for me it looks a little odd with the trees and stuff in the background. So I'm going to go to remove BG, remove.bg, remove background, or you can go to Canva. I'm going to upload his picture that I just downloaded. And then what it's going to do is automatically go through and remove the background. And then I'm going to go through and download it. So now the picture that I have took the background out. Okay, and you can remove the background wherever you want. So now if I go back to the website, home, to this page, because remember it's not that home, it's a far right because we have to rearrange it yet. I can come in the top. See this little button at the top next to admin, appearance, homepage, edit, feedback, builder. The good thing about Moxie is whenever you are signed into your account and you are on the page you want to edit, even though this is a live version, all you do is hit builder in the top and you actually switch your live page into editing mode, which is so nice because you literally can see what you're doing. You can see the changes you're making. And when you hit done and publish on the top right, you're done and published. It's published. The page is live. So we're going to go to this one, click it, and it says, hey, We're going to remove this picture and we're going to add a new one. I'm going to upload the picture that I removed the background into his account. There it is. And I'm going to select it. There he is, standing right there. And what I can do under advanced, I can remove the padding on the top to move him up. So if I change it to 0, see, he went up. So if I go minus 20, let's say, he went up a little bit more. If I go, and this is how you learn to play around. If I go 40, he went up a little right above that black line. Okay, let's try 60. He went a little bit more, and I can make him a little bit taller. And see, it just kind of adds a little custom look like that, that he's not right in a box, he's just right above it. So we're going to save. If I hit done, publish, that part is done. See? There you go. People land, they'll see his picture. It looks nice and clean. No shoulders cut off or nothing. Has all his information here. They can hit this contact button. It'll go right to his contact page. Perfect. So now there's two other things we're going to do. I have this section, featured brokerage properties, will automatically load. There it is. This information automatically loads. If they hit the search button, it'll go to search for properties on your website. This, they'll go to your contact page. Same thing here. They can start searching. They can contact you. We're going to fix the footer. The only other thing on this website we need to fix is this section. So what this section is designed for is every single one of you has a different market, different clientele, different price point. This is where you put the properties that you want to showcase your clients. Because at the end of the day, showing everything in Bakersfield sometimes makes no sense because, hey, my buyers are all under 500,000. Why am I showing 7, 8, 900,000, $2 million properties when my buyers can't afford that? Doesn't make no sense to me. So what you would want to do is you would go to properties to search and figure out what. So let's say Rogel, Bakersfield. Is he on the call? No, it's okay. Is he? Yeah, he is. Hey, Romel, on the chat, do me a favor. Put in the price point of your ideal customer. Between what price point are they? And so let's say he's looking at maybe 300,000. My ideal customers are between 300 and 700,000. Okay. So if I do that, then what this is going to do is it's going to filter properties between $300 and $700 because maybe that's his price range. Because sometimes it makes no sense to show properties 100, 150,000 when your
He's
clients
got
are all within a particular range. And it doesn't
there's
make no sense to show 8, 900,000 when all your clients are under 700,000.
he wrote 275
275
to
to 500.
500.
Thank you, sir. So we are going to go to change this to 270, 275, 1, 2, 3 to 500,000. Apply. See, so now we have 537 properties. The one thing that we're going to do is we're not going to do sort by price right here. Okay, this URL, the address on the top, that if you copied it and sent it to somebody and they clicked on the link, it will land them on this page exactly how you set it based on 275 to 500. What I want to do is take this and I don't want it sorted by price, because right now it's showing everything 500,000 working its way down. I don't want to do that. And you can decide I want to switch it here from low to high. I wouldn't recommend that either because then it's going to show anything in the low hundreds working its way to 500. What I recommend, what we're going to do is we're going to put days on the market. When you select that option, see, listed 1 day ago, listed 2 days ago, listed 3 days ago, and the prices are random. So what it does is shows the customers the newest listings first, and it doesn't matter about the price point, which actually helps your website because there's different variations. But then customers are like, oh my God, this is for 325 on Kelly Street. It was listed a day ago. We should call Rogel. So hopefully it creates a sense of urgency. Okay. That's what I would recommend. So once we have it set, we're not going to filter anything else, just price and basically days on the market. You copy this right here. That whole bar, you're going to click on it and you are going to copy it. You guys good so far? Really simple. You can find the search criteria of what you want to show your client, copy the URL. Then once we've copied it, you're going to go back to admin home, back to this thing, and look on the left, there's a button that says custom search. Custom. You are going to either hit custom search or add a new one, either way. If you already have one, it will show it to you, but then you can create a new one. So we're going to add a new one, and we're going to call it featured properties. And we're going to paste that whole URL right into here. Remember, it should end with USD and it should start with the website, and we're going to hit save. And you can create as many custom searches you want and put them on different pages if you want, okay? So this is as simple as that. You go find the property, filter it by your price range, filter it by days on the market to show, and you're like, okay, this is my clientele. Copy the URL, come to custom search, add a new one, give it a title, paste the link. Good so far? Hopefully. Well, I don't know why I'm looking over there.
Don't you have to remove
And
that?
then we hit save.
Don't you have to
Now, when we
remove
go
that
back to visit
first
your
part?
website, it's still going to be here because remember we created that page and it's the one on the far right. We haven't moved it and replaced this one. So I'm going to go back to home, and this is the one we're working on. And if we scroll down here, this section is blank right here, featured properties. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit builder to switch it into building mode. And we are going to go here. See, this is a widget, featured properties, and we're going to select featured properties. It shows two because of the prior one. And then we're going to hit save. Now, if we wait, see now this is all the properties for 325,000 to 409, and it's all varies. So what we're going to do is we did that one. That's the search that we wanted. We're going to publish that. So now when somebody goes to Rogel's website, got his info, features properties between 300 and 500,000. Newest listings first, which is really cool. Then they can sign up for neighborhood news. Now these are all brokerage listings, which is cool. They let them look at a $9 million ancillary. Jim's really cool to work with, but is another agent in our brokerage. Fine. And then has information here. And then now we need to fix this bottom. Okay, so to do that, we're going to go to appearance. And it's really simple, trust me. Appearance. And this is where we were here, remember? Last time when we switched it to agent focus. But now if you notice here, there's an option to select a page because we created the page called home. So first we're going to select it and we're going to hit publish. So now your home page that's all the way on the far right is actually your website homepage. Except in a little bit, I'm going to show you how to move that to the beginning because most people are used to it at the beginning. But we're going to be here. And now we're going to go to footer. So under appearance to footer. Click on footer. And you're going to select custom and you're going to hit update. Okay. Then you're going to hit customize. And if you hit customize, it should show this. See, it's got the logo. So now, of course, if we click on this one, because some of you are at the Stockdale location, we can go in here if we wanted. Get rid of that if we want, and put in 1400 Easton Drive, Suite 138. And we are going to remove this. There we go, and save. And the phone number, because that's the office phone number, 475, but 6887. Okay, change it right there. We're going to hit save. You're going to hit done. You're going to hit publish. Okay. And then you're going to hit home. Oh, we're already on home. So now when you go to a home page, Even though the home's on the far right, it's okay. This is what we got. We got his contact information. We've got all the properties that he wants to showcase. If somebody wants to sign up for neighborhood news, hey, it looks cool too. This is going to showcase all the brokerage listings, all 7 offices. Has verbiage here, down here, and now your footer has been changed down at the bottom. Now, the last thing we want to do is we're going to move this home menu to the beginning. So if you go back to admin home on the top left, go to site pages, all pages. So these are all the pages you have on your website right now. And if you notice, home is down here. This is the one we created, this one right here. It says because it's custom. We are going to take that and move it. Move it to the top. There we go. If you notice under About Me is my Contact Me button right here. Contact Me. I'm going to take that and move it to the main menu right before Neighborhood News. I'm going to put it right there. You with me? You just rearrange it how you want it. If it's one over, it's going to become a drop-down menu. If it's on the main, it becomes on the main menu. So you'll see what I'm talking about now. If I publish and visit, home is here now on the main menu. And if you notice, Contact Me is gone. It's here. Contact Me is on its own. So it looks a little bit more normal. Hey, here's About Me, contact me, and search for properties. The last thing, if you notice, we were talking about, if we go back to admin home, all of you should show where it says search engine blocked. That comes by default. So now we've already customized this web page. We're going to click on it. And we're going to discourage, uncheck that box. So that when it's checked, it tells search engines don't come search me because I haven't updated my website. So we're going to uncheck it and save. Now, boom. His homepage is 100% done for now. So oh, the office number is wrong. Holy Moses, how could I do that one? Appearance. We're going to go to footer, custom. Why do I have the wrong number? Oh well. 527? Really? Well, whose number is 427-6887? I got it from solutionsrealty.net, but oh well, I'll change it. 661, so it's 527.4222. Got it? Just like that. You go to appearance to footer. It saved it here. We're gonna hit save. Done. Publish. Click on home. And now if you scroll, it's changed it down here. That's how really easy and fun it is to work on your website. Okay, so I am going to unmute everybody. Unmute. So if anybody wants to unmute, yeah, I try, I'm sorry, but I try to go as slow as I could. And over the weekend, I pretty much did everything I could on the template, so you guys wouldn't have to do. You would just update this information at the bottom, add your picture, add your information, figure out what search you want under featured properties just to get you started. Okay. So I have unmuted everybody. Does anybody have any questions on this? Sophia, Veronica, Sabrina's on the call. Thank you, Sabrina,
That's
Joey,
pretty one,
Guadalupe.
two,
Anybody
three,
have any
Bob.
questions?
That was
This is
very,
really, really simple. I mean, like I said, if you follow the video, you can set this up probably in about 20 minutes, even less. If you just like, oh, pause it, let it, oh, that's it, go follow it, and you can set it up. And it's just a starting point. It's a starting point to have something on your homepage. The rest of the pages we can build out. You just gotta let me know. Each of you gotta let me know. Say, hey, can I create a page about this? Can I create a page? Yes, we can. And then if for some reason, like I said earlier in the training, if the fog wasn't supposed to roll in today, And it is. And for some reason, if it's foggy on Wednesday, I don't know if I want Mitch to drive to Visalia and him and I drive to Bakersfield. If for some reason we can encounter dense fog, it's not safe for us to drive. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do the training now. And if this takes care of everybody's needs on the Moxie website, but you have customizations, you guys can reach out to me. We can set up a remote session and I can build out your additional pages and you can watch me do it. I can take over your computer and I can customize it. And some of you may be like, "Hey, Bob, it's only going to take 10 minutes. I don't want you to drive down. Just take over my computer. This is what I want to create. Can you create it and show me how to do it?"
Yeah.
I can do that too. You just gotta let me know what you guys need because until then, I don't know what to do training on. So does anybody on this call, because you guys are too quiet and I'm only like
Well,
9 minutes and 30 seconds, 36 minutes in the call. Yes, all the
Sergio.
information is recorded. Once the Zoom is done, I will record it and put it on the Facebook group. Hopefully you've joined our Facebook group. If you have not, this is where you need to go. And it'll be on the YouTube channel. But Facebook groups always say, for some reason, YouTube somehow sometimes doesn't like what I said. Who would not like what I say? And it actually removes the video. I don't know why. So if you haven't joined, then join this group on Facebook. I put it in the chat. And that we put every training in there because usually Facebook doesn't monitor that. YouTube does for some reason. Quite a few videos I've done, and it took them off. And it's not easy trying to get them back. But on the Facebook group, it'll be there this afternoon with a link to the chat. Not a problem. No. So do we have any?
No other questions, but I'd like to speak on your
Mitch, do you have
behalf,
any
though, Bob.
questions that maybe are from a realtor's perspective?
Honestly, guys, Bob is one of the best at this website building.
Oh, he's been
The
quiet
the
too. He's
instructions
not
that he
fun.
gave you and everything
Mitch
are very.
Matsunami.
Oh, am I not?
Oh, hold on. Okay, try it now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, on Bob's behalf, the design that Bob does, the colors and the spacing is probably the thing that's probably the most difficult to do. And he's already made you this template and everything. So all the heavy lifting's already been done and it looks beautiful. So all you have to do is add your own searches or the areas that you want to work and everything's going to be, right as rain. So thanks, Bob. That's the hardest part. I think the spacing is the hardest part.
The
So
spacing is the hardest part, and most people don't understand all of this stuff.
yeah.
All of this stuff that you see here on the standard and advanced is what you would add in a row or a column. You just got to know what I'm doing. So let me show you while we're on this call, and maybe it'll intrigue somebody. I put this in here. It's called featured properties. It's what when I open it, it's called a heading. It's a see in the top left-hand corner, it says heading. And this is where you would type in the heading. So that heading is under a module here, heading. But there's also, if I search, there's also, if I put heading, there's also one that is a dual color heading. So let me show you how that works. If I drag that here, because this is where I want it in this row, I can say, right now it's showing me be focused, be determined. Before text, highlighted text, and after text. So I can say, I need the before it's featured. The text highlighted is properties. Now, of course, you guys look at it as well. It looks like the same as the old one. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to style and general. It says move to the left. Boom. It said move to the left. Then before text, first color, font, etc., highlighted text, which is the properties. I can say, what if I want that to be the Century 21 gold? Okay. Then I can hit typography. Says, the font size should be this big, but I also want it to be bold. So now if I hit save and remove this one, now I have, like Mitch was saying, colored. Now I can hit done and publish. The thing is, you guys don't know that there's a, oh my God, I could do that and I can create with a dual color. We could do the same thing with Find Your Home. We could do the same thing with featured brokerage properties. But this is the kind of stuff you can do on the Moxie platform, which is freaking amazing. The amount of stuff you can create. You just got to know what is it that I want. Can we create it? And if it is, it's something that I can remote into your computer sitting right here. Get in there, like Bob, I don't want, I want to see you do it, but it's probably not something I'm going to do it again. It's like, okay, well, tell me what you want, and I'll create it. And you can watch me if you want. We'll record it so you have the recording.
Uh,
But it's really, really, really cool on what you can do.
yeah.
And of course, this was on my website, but not on Rogal's. I didn't want to mess with that. But question, any other questions?
No, I love the old Century 21 color. I think it really pops.
So since Rogel's being such a nice guy, I think we'll just customize this since we got a little bit of more time. Just want to show people. Okay, so we're gonna go here. What I did here is two boxes. See, this is two, which I shouldn't have done that. I should have kept it as a single. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove one, that one, and this is a dual. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here and say dual, header, heading, color. I'm gonna drop you here. So see, it shows black and gold. So what is it that I want to say here? Hold on. Golden. There you go. Hang tight. I know it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, so we are gonna, instead of stay focused, it's in gray right there. We're gonna say new catch line dedicated to the, and the bottom one, we're gonna go joy of home.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm going to remove this old one because it's driving me crazy. So this is the one we have here, dedicated to the joy of home. I'm going to go to Style, General, and make it left aligned. So it drops to the left. Boom, it's dropped over there. We'll figure out how to get this thing to align together, but we're going to drop it to the left for now. And under typography, font, see, this is all the different options, but on general, here's all the options. Style, here's all the options. Before text is the main text, is the dedicated to joy of home. This is the general styling of this whole thing. The before text color, I'm going to switch this to white. See, now I switched to white. And of course, the highlighted text, we wanted to make sure that it was going to be FFC72C here,
Nice.
dedicated to joy of home. So now you're like, okay, well, you got that. I'm going to go to typography. And remember in here, I have this spacing. So I want this to be about up to here. So what I can do is under font, typography, font size, I'm going to go start increasing until I can get Joy of Home and dedicate it to to match. Okay, so then I'm going to move this over a little bit. I'm going to figure out why this one is so much to the left, because this should be 20.
There you go.
And hit done, done, and publish.
That looks good,
So
man.
now on his homepage, he's got two colors that really stand out. When you do the dual heading, it's the same way. You can literally says, okay, well, what about this part? Well, how about we do this? You take Builder, go back into building mode. We're going to take this one and see this little button says duplicate. I made two.
Oh,
I am going to take the bottom one, drag it, come on, right inside that one. See, but you're like, well, that's not what we want to say. No, well, we're going to click it and we're going to go to general. And this is the first text is going to say featured. And the next one's going to say properties. But we are going to go to general. Before text, we don't want it white. We're going to remove it so it can go back to black. We're going to go to font and we're going to tell it we want the font to be bold. And see, it's switching. And you can also say, I want the font bigger. And yep, that's what I want. And we're going to save. And then I can remove this one. So now I have this. Then I can copy this one. And I'm going to come bring this one down to this one. Okay, so we got featured and then property. See, this is how it is right here. This one, I had a break. So this one's going to be featured and we're going to go to brokerage, save, and remove that one.
Nice.
And we're going to hit done and publish. So once you understand how to do one, you tweak it, you just learn. So now I got to change the color on that one. I change the color in here so it pops out. I change the color here that it pops out. And that's how you work along, just step
That's a
by
good
step.
look, man.
I'm sorry?
That's a really good look.
Yeah, it is because the yellow stands out. The Century dedicated to the Joy of Home is our campaign, so it makes sense. But it just adds a little bit of pop of color. And most of you guys don't know what you want because you're afraid to mess it up. You can't mess it up. We create it on a blank page, and you tell me what you want and how you might want it. If Moxie will allow you to do it, then I will be happy to help you customize it. But I don't want you guys to wait until I can come to Bakersfield because sometimes it's hard, especially when something like this can take me 10 minutes and I can remote into your account, have you watch and change the coloring for you literally 10, 15 minutes, which would make no sense if I'm only driving down for one of you for 15 minutes and I have to drive all the way back home. So that's why we're trying to make it easier where Mitz and I can remote into your computers and where if it's engage or present, Mitz can help you. If it's website, I can help you, and we're here to support you. So do you guys have any other and hopefully Rogel, you like your website. I don't think he's going to be complaining anytime soon. Make sure you start sharing it. You got to share it, share it, share it, share it, share it. If you want traffic, you want leads, share it onto Facebook, share it onto Instagram, wherever you have. If you have to, every couple of days, share a property. Come down to here and says, you know what? Like yesterday I shared this one. Today I'm going to share Orchid Drive. So click it. Yeah, I need to share that one. Hit the share button right here. Click on Facebook. It'll make you sign into Facebook. Put in a little description that you want. Hey guys, check out this amazing property. Just hit the market 2 days ago. Get out of here and then hit next and post it. Then tomorrow post another property and then write something about the market, what's happening in the market. Post another one. And what happens is as more of your customers on social media see those properties, they'll click on a link to visit your site. Google will say, hey, why does Rogel's website got all this couple of people visiting his site now when nobody was going before? And let me go check out to see what's happening. And then your search engines and AI engines eventually will start visiting your site because there's traffic. Okay, so any other questions in the chat? How short the link to post how to how to post the short link? Well, there's a link right here. I would just post a regular link if that's what you're asking. Can you clarify that, Sergio? You're welcome to unmute yourself. So basically, if you put here, if you don't have Instagram showing here, you copy this link and then copy that and share that and then write a post. The same thing on LinkedIn. And any other social platforms you have, you copy the URL. If it's Facebook or X or Pinterest, you do it here. If not, you copy the URL. No. What you have to do is show courtesy of. That is the rule, and Mitch can quote me wrong, but whenever you're sharing anybody's property, you have to show listing courtesy of Open Door Real Estate. And that's all the information you have here. That's all it's pulling. That's all you can show. So I'm giving courtesy to the listing brokerage. I'm not saying it's mine. I'm saying listing is courtesy of, and that is good. You can share any listing you want as long as you don't claim it as your own. That's the main thing, because if you don't put that, people will assume those are your listings, which they're not. Now, if you are sharing brokerage listings, these are all Century 21 Jordan Link listings. So let's say you share this $3.6 million listing that who has this? Jim does. You don't have to put listing courtesy of. If they're brokerage listings, you guys can share every brokerage listing as if it's yours. Share it. Trust me, Jim will be happy you find him a buyer at 3.9, 3.6 million. And you'll probably be happy if you find a buyer at 3.6. But could you share this on your website, on your social media? Absolutely. Hey guys, by any chance, does anybody have $3.6 million that wants to buy this amazing home? If not you, do you know anybody that would be looking for a home like this? You don't know who knows who. And who knows somebody else that might be looking for something like that, but we don't ask the question. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Brokerage listings, you don't have to. Other company listings, yes, it'll say right below the main image who you need to provide. Just copy and paste that in there. If it's ours, brokerage, no. Okay, any other questions? Sometimes I use tiny URL to make link short. You can whatever you link shortener you want to use, you're welcome to use. Not a big deal. I don't have one that I prefer or recommend. No, I don't. Anything else today, folks? Okay, so as soon as the recording gets online, I will post it. I will keep you guys posted based on the weather if Mitch and I are still coming. If we are, we should be in Fresno by 8:30, 8:30. We'll hang out from 8 starting at 9. If any of you want to come in, pop down, say hi. Hey, can you help me do this? Can you help me set up this? Can you customize this page? Or do I have a question on present or engage? Miss can help you with that. I'll help with the website. And then if for some reason by 11 o'clock none of you are there, we may end up coming back to Visalia sooner because we don't want to just sit around till 1 o'clock and there's nobody that needs help. Because him and I have work to do. We'd rather head back, beat some of the traffic, so then Mitch can head back to Fresno because that's a long drive, combined 4 hours. So, if there's nothing else, I'm going to say adios. I'll post this training in the Century 21 group. And then I'll send them email out later. Just, hey guys, the recording from today's training is on our Facebook page. Click here. Okay, if there's nothing else, I'll see you guys soon. And if you have any questions, reach out anytime.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
Thanks, Bob.
You're welcome. Thanks.